Hello, welcome everybody. My name is Jorgelina Perez. I've been a consultant here at Autologica DMS for 15 years now. Autologica is a DMS, as we said, which means a specific system designed for vehicles dealers, also trucks and motorcycle dealers, and agricultural machinery dealers. We're going to discuss today predictive analytics for sales. This webinar has a chat option where you can type your request at any time, and we'll stop at a point in order to read them and give you feedback. We're also going to record this session, so if you want more people to see it, we will send you the link in order to view the video. So if you're ready, we will start. Today we are going to base the course on a lecture given by Scott D. Meyer, CEO of 9Cloud. We assisted to this lecture in NADA, the National Automobile Dealers Association in USA. So what we're going to target is where we are going with marketing, and we're going to talk about benchmarks, those based in time, some based in events, and some based on forecasting. So we will also send you together with the video, the PowerPoint, so you have all the information about this course. We are running towards what we call a marketing cliff. Since we send more and more mail and we push harder and harder for people to complete a form online. And as we do that, fewer and fewer people open the emails or fill out forms. So the current approach to marketing is focused on blasting as many people as possible with the same message, trying to get them to fill out a form or visit the dealer. So we can blast them again, all over again with the same message in order to get them to buy. And this is kind of desperate and surely doesn't work. So in fact, most buyers now are making their decisions in their homes without filling any forms. They research online, and when they come into the dealership, they already know what they want to buy. So we have to help them find the answer to the question that they already have. The solution is identifying who is interested based on their behavior. Then the sales team can act proactively to contact interested buyers, and the marketing team can send targeted messages that educate and also help the buyer. The research shows that 3 results can come from predictive analytics. 1, double email open and click rates. 2, increase sales quota fulfillment by 9%. And 3, know your customers when they are ready before they tell you. So since buying has changed, the customer research before buying and already knowing what they want is important, and we have to take it into account. We're going to talk today about benchmarks with the information you get from your CRM or your DMS. In this case, we talk about Autologica DMS and Tracker CRM. You want to find your benchmarks. So these are the moments when your customers typically take an action, such as buying or servicing a new vehicle. There are different types of benchmarks that you can find, and each one can be created for store, or better yet, for used or used segments, new or used segments, sorry, specific makes, and even for specific sales consultants. The first one we're going to talk about is the one based in time. It's called days before first service. So if you don't have or any ERP or system you're using today, you will be able to get like an Excel sheet where you get the purchase date and the service date from the last 3 years, for example. And so with this, you want to know how long before your customer visits the service department after they bought the vehicle. So I need, again, purchase date and service date for the same vehicle. We calculate those days, and then we find the mean number and the average day for the last, for example, 3 years. The marketing action here is to invite those customers in for service as they approach what we calculated as the average day before service. So we get the need before they have it. When you use Autologica DMS, we generate this information automatically. So we calculate the days before first service, and according to each vehicle, the second and third service, we update that average and we correct the days for the next service. What we do is we use the date of delivery of the vehicle, and through the option service marketing, we'll calculate this. But if you don't have a specific DMS to give you this information, you just need to have the purchase date and the service date and calculate the average. The second one is based also in time. It's called days before purchase. So it's the number of days from a customer's first purchase to their second purchase. In this case, you have to analyze customers who have made 2 purchases on your dealership. You take purchase date 1 and purchase date 2 and calculate those days, and also find the mean number between each of those dates. The marketing action here is to contact customers as they approach your average days before purchase. So in that case, to get the number, you use customers with at least 2 purchases, and then you, for the marketing action, you can take all your customers, ones with only 1 purchase and all the other ones 2. Use these average days and also get the marketing action right there. If you use Autologica, we use those appointments, the creation of those appointments through Tracker CRM. So we can automatically also generate those appointments. So the manager of the sales department can assign them to the different salespeople. The third one is based on events. It's called the average mileage at purchase. In this case, you have to select customers with sales date and view their mileage at the moment of the trade-in. So you can calculate which is the average mileage when people give us their vehicle as a trade-in and purchase a new one. The marketing action here is to contact those customers. For example, let us say that this average gives us 5,000 miles, and that is your benchmark. So you contact those customers within those 5,000 miles. And in this case, if you use Autologica DMS, we generate these invitations also automatically through service marketing, and you can track the evolution of this lead into an opportunity and afterwards a sale through Tracker CRM. Also based on events, we have the vehicle upsells, where you upsell your customer to the next vehicle make, the next model, the next year. So we take all the information we already have in our database through the years of what we've sold before. For example, your store would like a current Honda Civic owner to upgrade to a Honda CR-V. So you sort your customers by vehicle make and model. You use your average mileage at purchase date, that is the previous indicator we talked about, and filter these customers specifically as potential buyers. The marketing action is take all those potential buyers, contact them, and focus the conversation on the vehicle chosen as the next upsell. Also in Tracker CRM, you can generate these marketing campaigns and target specifically these customers without getting information from different Excel sheets. You can use the information you have on Autologica and filter through vehicle model. One based on forecasting, it's vehicle equity. Here we search for customers on our database who have a purchase price and a buyback price. So here we average the purchase price and the buyback price. We divide these two values, and we divide the buyback price by the average purchase price that we calculated before. This is the average equity for your customers. So here the marketing action is to contact those customers whose buyback divided by this potential purchase equals your average or ideal equity number. And here also the sales action is to monitor your store average equity, so we can increase this equity month by month. And the forecast action is to identify the number of customers whose buyback divided by this purchase price is within the 10% of your average equity number. You can use this data to plan on used or certified pre-owned inventory. So to focus specifically on that. Using Autologica DMS, you can get this information directly from the vehicles reports. These benchmarks tells you when purchase will typically happen. Predictive data tells you who is ready to buy based on your dealership's history. The easy way to get this predictive data is to look at which customers will hit your key benchmark in the coming days, weeks, or months. If you want to increase their qualification, you can see if they are at the same time approaching several different benchmarks. This method does not tell you which benchmarks are more important, but you already have a great base of leads in your own database without getting new customers in your CRM. So in order to see which are more important and contact them for the benchmark that you should point to, we need different indicators with multidimensional data. But we can start using this, using the information we have on your database, and start pointing the marketing campaigns specifically to them. Basically, what we are trying to say is that customers don't tell you what they want, they show you what they want. And you don't have to use all of it, just the data that will help you. And you can start with one customer segment, create a benchmark, and use it to improve your marketing and your sales. We are offering these indicators based on the Autologica DMS. It's DMS specific for managing dealers. It's integrated with different several tools that you can add to, for example, Appoint 365, dealer tablet to receive vehicles on the service department. We manage all the operation of the dealer with this DMS, including the accounting. We can also integrate with other DMSs or accounting systems. But basically, we contain all the information that the customer needs, including BI indicators, where you can create your own KPIs and make graphic examples of them, for example, as and many of the ones we've talked today. And also, we have Tracker CRM. It's an easy to use, specific for the automotive industry CRM. It's web-based. You can use it on your smartphone, linked to WhatsApp and many other, linked to your web page, for example, so creates automatically all the leads. And what we have that is specific for the market, it's, for example, you can work with leads and take them into opportunities, not only for vehicles, but also for parts. So you can have people making opportunities of parts, and when they sell it, we create automatically the back order into Autologica DMS in order to invoice it. So you can track with the sales funnel, not only the service process of your vehicle sales team, but also of parts. And as we said before, we, for the service department, we make predictive contacts based on the indicators we already shown. So let's see if you have any doubts of what we talked about. Remember that these formulas and the PowerPoint, also the video, will be sent to you. If you don't have a DMS, you have the way to calculate it, and in this case, Autologica and Tracker CRM help you in order to already get the number and just focus on the marketing action. Let's see. Okay, on this, I'm getting a question here about benchmarks. There are several different books where there are benchmarks defined for the industry. You have to take into account your specific market, but there are several KPI books. And if you go to NDA webpage, you can also see there which are the benchmarks for America, for example, and you can adapt that to your country. And then get that indicator for yourself and define which is your goal. So you can have the benchmark, your goal for the quarter or the semester or the year, and the number today. You can, using, for example, Autologica Wake or our BI, you can see if you increased your indicator towards that benchmark or not, and that helps you define which are your marketing actions. The idea is not to contact everyone with the same speech, since every one of your customers have different needs. So if we target their needs, it's easier to get them to buy. Okay, if you don't have any more questions, thank you for your time. If you need to contact us, the email is info@autologica.com, and we'll be in contact in order to send you, as we said, the PowerPoint and also the video. Thank you very much for your attention. Goodbye.